Greetings, greetings. Welcome. It is Sunday, January 3rd. At least that's when I'm recording this. I think it's going to go up same day. We'll see. It is Sunday evening. I am sorry that I have not had a chance to get some more vlogging in over the last week. Now's the time that I get to share with all of you some changes that have happened in the household, around the household here, in the last month. Basically, at the beginning of January, my wife worked, keyword there, that'll give you a hint, in accounting. She did accounts receivable or payable. She basically did accounting, financial work for a company in the oil and gas industry. They did not actually deal with oil and gas directly. They found it for other companies. That is beginning to be less of an issue. A lot of places, a lot of companies now know where oil and gas is. They have sites that they're actually not just that they have, but they're actually shutting down or scaling back because there's a massive surplus of oil in the market. So there's less of a need to find new oil sources or get it out of the ground. Not really. So the market's crashing. That part of the market, and the company that she worked for did the finding. They helped locate. Now that company kind of went through a combination of the market collapse of that particular market and of apparently gross mismanagement of the finances in the company. They just kind of suddenly, within a span of a month, just deflated like a balloon. And huge wave after wave of layoffs and layoffs, whole departments, probably well over 350 employees gone in the span of 3 weeks. So, very beginning of December, she and the whole rest of her department got caught in that. And the company is pretty much now just a skeleton crew. Some upper management, some people in manufacturing, and that's it. A few office personnel to basically run the offices, but it's bare bones. And she got caught in that. And of course, getting laid off in December is probably one of the worst times that things like that can happen because nobody hires in December, pretty much any markets. The only people that really hire or during December or have work during December is retail. And even then, that's usually done during November in preparation for the holiday rushes. By the time December rolls around, most times all those temporary positions are filled. So she got, thankfully, a severance package from them, but it was not a very good one. But that has lasted us through December. So she has been home full time all month, all December. Now January, she's going to start claiming unemployment and uh, potentially, eventually looking for a job. It kind of depends on how some things go. So that changed a lot of things here around the house. It changed a lot of dynamic. Suddenly, she is home quite a bit, and she's used to getting out of the house and going off every day to the office. She gets out, she goes to lunch out and meets friends and stuff like this. Suddenly, she's at the house, she's cooped up quite a bit, and we did not have the money to go out and do quite constantly, like in terms of like going seeing movies or shopping or anything like that or eating out. So we would do a lot of window shopping or just get out and go to like the local grocery store and walk around or something like that. That's about it. Um so there was a lot of change in patterns and habits and a lot of it changing in how I worked in terms of things. And she did not ever try to get in the way. But it's still the fact that the rhythm of the house has changed since December 1st. And I've spent most of the month working around or adjusting or figuring out what we're going to do, coming up with plans, et cetera, et cetera. I'm still figuring all of that out. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I've got some ideas. I wanted to let you guys know that, let you folks know that. That basically the financial dynamic has changed. I am now the money earner, and I'm not even earning that amazing an amount of money. Most of what I get comes from Patreon. Now, Patreon is on the rise, and I'm very happy about that. A lot of people have been nice enough to see fit to support me via Patreon. I'm going to try and see if I can get some merchandise going. I already have some artwork that's been done for me by a lot of great people. I think I'm probably going to set up a Spreadshirt store now and then look for a better alternative later. I'm not sure how good Spreadshirt is, but tons of people seem to use it, so I'm going to go with that for now, and then see if I can find anything more interesting in the long term. But I am going to try and see if I can get some merchandising set up, some cool T-shirts, some hoodies, some coffee mugs. I think that could be very cool, very clever, and I'm hoping that all of you I'm hoping that there's just people out there that would be interested in stuff like that. So, keep your eyes open for that. I've considered doing limited run t-shirts. doing a limited run of some special thing, and basically taking sizes and then doing it order on demand based upon what sizes people order. Limited, like let's say only 50 of them, and people pay up front. And I don't know, I haven't figured that one out. I think for now, Spreadshirt is the easiest, safest, securest option, but we'll see. Um, let's see what else has been going on. I got a lot of stuff for Christmas. Let's see. I got. If I can pull this out without an avalanche happening. This is a. It's a Behringer. Get that up there. Xenix 302 USB. Basically, what this is. This is a small USB powered soundboard. So basically, this plugs in USB interface on my computer, and I can see it as devices, as a sound device and as a microphone device. Then I can plug an XLR mic into this, and I have control over the XLR mic. I have more sound adjustment capabilities on the fly that I can actually do, which means that I can adjust game audio and microphone audio while I'm recording, and what I hear is what's going to be recorded. That means less editing needed. This also means I can start using some better quality of mics. I'm not restricted to USB mics like my little blue snowball here. Now, this blue snowball has served me very well. It's going to get moved over to the wife. She's going to make use of it and start doing projects with it. And it will serve her well, I'm quite sure. But this way I can use XLR mics that have a better quality. Now, this mic is a condenser mic. It has a cardioid pattern. This took a little bit of investigating on my part because of a comment that my friend Greylock made. He corrected me on something. I always think that cardioid is a technical type of mic. It's not the actual element. Most mics are condenser mics, or there's something called a cartridge, but I think cartridge mics are very low end, very cheap, I think. Most of the mics that I see that are like $5 or $10 on Amazon are usually what's called a cartridge mic, and they're pretty economically priced. This blue snowball is a condenser mic, but it has what's called a cardioid pattern, and that's basically the frequency and the pattern that it picks up voices from. This thing picks up voices from all the way around it, which basically means that it is omnidirectional. Well, the mic that I'm getting is a replacement. It's a BM 1500 by a company called Neewer. It is a uh, it is a unidirectional. It only picks things up straight forward, which is a lot better. That's what I need. That means I'm far less likely to actually get audio from behind or off to the side. There's far less likely of um background noises like fans or things like that. It's going to sound, I think, better. I think it's going to have a better quality element in it. That's the thing that actually makes a lot of the actual sound quality differences is the pickup element that's actually used inside the condenser mic. Apparently, I'm still figuring a lot of it out, but there will be videos coming out over the next week. It should show up Thursday. There will be videos coming out in the next week where I can start putting out video on how my setup is changing and general microphone testing and things like that. So I think that's going to be really interesting. Let's see what else has been going on. I got the chance to upgrade we had because of the severance package. I took the opportunity to actually get another jump in video technology for my video card so that I can actually keep up with the curve on things. I had a 750 Ti and it was already a little dated when I got it. I now have a 960, a GTX 960. I got the 4 GB model. There's two 2 GB and 4 GB models. I went ahead and sprung for the 4 GB overclocked model from EVGA. And I'm already noticing a really big difference. It's a really good card. I'm really, really loving it. Of course, the only thing it's not really making that much of a difference in is Minecraft, because Minecraft just doesn't take advantage of a video card like that. Not really. I have done some things to kind of correct or improve my Minecraft performance. And if anybody's interested in what I'm doing to kind of tweak and fine tune, some of it I got from a guy named TFox86. He is a forge crafter, and he works for FTB Curse. He works for Curse, and uh, he sent some tips my way that kind of helped. There's some other stuff that I've found on some other, Reddit threads and so on and so forth that I've kind of compiled into one place. So if you guys are interested in, stuff like this, I don't know how much it's going to help everybody, but it did help me. I can't, of course, do any tips on configuring things for like AMD Radeon video cards. I can only do the NVIDIA side of things. I don't know anything about AMD Radeon software or how their control panels work, but I'm willing to at least take a stab at it for the NVIDIA side of things. Let's see what else is going on. The floods in Missouri and Illinois, I think it is, happened. Um, my friend Dark Preacher got hit by that pretty hard. They got flooded out of their trailer park. Thankfully, the trailer itself did not get flooded. There was also looting in the trailer park, and their trailer got skipped. They did not get looted, so that's doubly good. They're waiting for the water to recede and for power to get restored so they can go back home. But otherwise, it looks like they came out unscathed, undamaged on things. Potentially, except for the car, there might be some electrical problems with the car because it was in some high water. It was not running though; it was stationary and it was off. So it might be that they can just change the oil, check the gaskets or whatnot, and that's about it. Um, we'll have to see though. So I'm pulling for him. They're getting some financial aid from some friends, and they got a lot of financial aid from the Minecraft community. I'm very grateful about that. But there's still a lot of other people in that area that are getting very badly hit. Lots of damage to a lot of houses. There's still a lot of flooding, and all that water is just moving down the Mississippi River and heading downstream to where I am. Now, I'm not anywhere near the Mississippi. I'm in Texas, and the Mississippi River is off in Louisiana off to the east, but it's still a factor of it is going to affect Louisiana again and other areas down there. All that water has to go downstream out to the Gulf. So that's been happening. Aurelian apparently is throwing a charity stream later in the week to help raise money for Missouri flood victims because she has been infected by that herself. And she's going to be throwing a live stream. Direwolf 20 is going to be helping. I have offered to contribute however I can. I might help run some mini game servers for Direwolf. I might do nothing. We'll see. I'm kind of begging and pleading because, I see merit in helping those people specifically because it is so, I mean, it's so widespread. It's so big of a deal. We had something like that hit Houston just here a little while ago. And like I said, I've got friends being hit by the Missouri flooding, so I would like to help. But we'll see what happens, what comes of that. The Vigorous Chance pack is going very, very well. VC3 is going on strong. I think I can actually pull up statistics. Let's see if I can pull up statistics. AT Launcher dashboard is a wonderful thing. They need great numbers. Ooh, okay. We're running actions. Oh, we're averaging about 200 to 220 players, unique players every single day. 3/4 of those are actually on the AT Launcher leaderboards. We had, oh gosh, yesterday alone, 764 hours played. Day before that, 554 hours, 500, 490, 600. So, I mean, there's a lot of time getting played, a lot of people that are devoting time to the pack itself. It seems to be, catching people's interest, at least right now. Now, it is a casual centric pack, which means that there's a lot of the whole point to the game is to have the shorter startup curve. Get established, get going, get some resources so you can get to the fun parts. Half of the pack is supposed to be about the decorative and about the, building and expanding and making a kind of a set out of things. And that's been really, really, it's always been, kind of half my motivation for me. So I expect that there's going to be some people that are going to be more normal or hardcore players that are going to get it. They're going to power through the end game in a week and then they're going to drop it. And the numbers might lower down. We'll see. But for right now, it seems like it's going pretty, pretty strong. I'm very happy with it. Yeah, yeah. We saw some problems on the test server. So there's a distinct possibility we're going to do a reset at the end of February on the test server because we still need to reset. We're going to have an update out by then. And we need to retest early game constantly. We need to test changes to configuration, world gen. We changed a lot of war gen in the 1.2 patch that's going to be coming out, 1.2 update. There's a lot of war gen stuff that's getting boosted and raised because it was way too low, and that might help things. We'll see. But yeah, I think it's going to be really, really good. I think overall it's going to be a very positive thing. Once we get the test server reset, there's some bugs that cropped up, I think, because of some unique users we have, but we'll see. That's personal life. That's professional life. I have ended by this point in time. Alien Isolation should have run its full course. and I really did have a blast with that game. I'm sorry to see it go. I was just kind of settling in and getting involved in the storyline and really digging in, and it's over. But that is probably the perfect length of Let's Play for me. It's not too long, it's not too short. Um, I'm now delving into some Corpse of Discovery. That game's turning out to be very, very interesting. I did a real short 2-hour thing on the beginner's guide. I loved that game. And I don't know what's going to replace Alien Isolation. Technically speaking, the Corpse of Discovery replaced System Shock because System Shock, I was having some technical problems with it. That game is the good old games version, the System Shock 1 Enhanced Edition. It's neat, it's interesting, it's very, very clever. However, I have problems capturing it. I have to do screen region capture because of how it renders. I can't just grab the window itself. I can't hook into it and record directly. I have to do a screen region capture on my desktop. The audio can be complicated to capture because of that sometimes. And then it got to where a lot of people were having a problem when that game starting up suddenly, where it was running super, super stuttery slow at the main menu. And it was so jittery that you couldn't even click on items on the main menu to try and load a game up. So I ended that out, but I do have Fallout 4 running right now, and I have Alien Isolation ended, Corpse of Discovery starting up. Not sure what I'm going to do in place of Alien Isolation. I'm still figuring that out. I don't know if it's going to be Banner Saga or what, but we'll see. Anyway, that's going to be things for right now. I'm just going to put this out, make sure I can get this edited, rendered, and put out this evening. I am going to try and see if I can do some stuff on this third channel for when the microphone comes in. I'm still refining my process, but I think I'm at the point now to where I do things a set way for Adobe Premiere Pro that it would be productive to show everybody what I do and some of the tricks I've learned. I'm no pro at the software. I'm still figuring my way out, but I'm definitely not a noob just stabbing blindly at it now. I figured out a lot of tricks and things that I've really, really liked. Yeah. Let's see. I think for the time being, that's a pretty good wrapping up point. Did I have? Oh, I had to upgrade my power supply from a 500 to a 750 to support the new video card. Yay! So I have an EVGA video card and an EVGA power supply, but that's cool. Oh gosh, did I get anything else interesting for Christmas? Anything interesting come my way? I'll probably think of something. I did get a new beanie, kind of a hat, but it's behind me, the green screen somewhere, so I'll dig it out later. It'll make appearances in live streams, I'm quite sure. I think that's it. I'm gonna wrap things up. I'll talk to you folks later. Have a great weekend. Bye.